year ago this month. In fact, Governor Mike DeWine announced $70 million in school grants to expand career technical education in Ohio. But now the state's first comprehensive career tech high school is in danger of extinction.
The Morgan local school superintendent announced last month a plan to close the career tech program because the district is $2 million in the red. 16 teachers were told they will lose their jobs. But as Colleen Marshall found out, the superintendent now gone, and the district, Colleen, is struggling to figure out what is next.
It certainly is. The district and the superintendent agreed late last week to end their relationship, but the deficit lives on at a time when the state is desperate to expand the workforce, and just 3 years after the district had an $11 million surplus. The former superintendent said career tech programs are too expensive to keep within a single high school, and that students should simply be bused to regional tech schools. But that is not sitting well with the students, the parents, employers, and some board members.
All three of my kids went through this program.
So did Brian Griffin's wife. And as one of the newest members of the Morgan Local School Board, he says he was stunned to learn the district that had a massive surplus is now deep in the red. He says board members were kept in the dark, and some now believe it is necessary to eliminate career tech.
They believe that, we've got to do it somehow, and for whatever reason, this seems to be the easiest way that some think to do it. I would tend to disagree to that.
Your kids can get through finding go to schooling. Why are we not applying for this?
Some people are outraged by this. Shouldn't they be outraged?
I don't blame any of them.
They are outraged because the 321 students enrolled in Morgan Career Tech have no options. Like 11 other counties in Ohio, there is no parochial or private school in the entire county. So the state's school voucher program is useless here. The nearest regional tech school?
It's a 2-hour drive, so that is going to take away a lot out of my school day, and I'm not going to be able to play sports and do other things, and so it's just not an ideal solution.
Employers in the region met with district leaders, begging them to keep career tech alive.
For as small as Morgan County is, they've got 3 businesses there that provide about 800 jobs, which is really, unheard of in small towns like that.
Don Jones is the state representative for this part of Appalachia. And this school is a pipeline for jobs.
They are.
What will that say if it goes away?
Well, that was my message. I mean, we've been preaching career tech, and being a product of career tech myself, I said, what are we doing here?
There are a lot of questions about how this happened and what to do next. Jones is now asking the state auditor and the Ohio Department of Education to intervene and investigate.
We have these big businesses like Intel coming in to Ohio, and they've made a new push. They're like, we don't necessarily need the college-educated people as much as we need the career tech people. We need the hands-on people.
But the hands-on people need to be trained. They want jobs.
If they leave the county for education in a tech program, they're not coming back. And this town will die.
What's going to happen in McConnellsville, Ohio? Is it going to slowly die an economic death and become another boarded up little ghost town like there's far so many of those already dotting southeastern Ohio?
Teachers also point out they found out about the plan to close career tech in mid-January. So it's too late for them to apply for tech jobs elsewhere or for any of the students to be accepted into other tech programs for the next school year. The board now has to find a new superintendent, and they all have to decide what's next for career tech in Morgan County.